Hey guys, Joe Vizio here. It's been a while since you heard that name, huh? Yeah, probably like 10, 11 months since the last time I made my video. The 7th of August was the year anniversary date of the death of my mother. So, I'd say no contact for a year now with my mom. I think I'm 10 years this year with my father in January. Other than a video that I made directed at him because I knew he was prowling around on my channel. I haven't had any contact with him either. And, yeah, guys, I feel great. I've been doing some therapy. This EMDR, which is eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. Kind of simulates the REM stage of your sleep. The REM, rapid eye movement. I guess they say that is the part of your sleep where you process your memories, and as we have traumatic memories, they are not processed properly. So this is to help doing that. And I watch this light move back and forth, and I try and see and remember as much as I can about a difficult situation, and then I tell it back what I seen, and and eventually we get down to the point where we can start inserting positives into that memory to kind of make it to where it doesn't stick out into the front anymore. It's there, but it's just where I have a problem being locked out of my house because of things that happened when I was a kid. I find I'm just like locked out of my house for some reason. It's a trigger. I start to get pretty aggravated at this. When I was a kid, there was nothing I could do about it. It was tough shit. Sit outside and wait. It's a lot different now. So I just have to find a healthier way to, deal with those situations when they come up. And that's what this EMDR is helpful with. So I'm doing that, and I like where it's going. I have been approved for the Florida's medical cannabis, which I have to say it works pretty good. It's kind of not the same as smoking a joint and getting high, but it is very beneficial. And, that's kind of where I've been. I tell my doctor about these videos that I've done, and she is very impressed that, I did that. How many people out there that are doing it? So if you are one that does this, and even if you don't post it on the internet, you just do it for yourself, you are taking the right steps to healing yourself. So I understand that Ollie Matthews has crossed that bridge to where one of his narcissistic borderline parents have passed away. And I have to say that I understand the whole big bag of emotions that he was going through. It is a shock, even when you know that it's a shock, or even that it's coming. It's still kind of a shock when it happens. And in Ollie's cases, he had no clue whatsoever. I don't even think this guy knew that his mother was sick. And it's not about feeling guilty or just, I could have been a better son. Maybe I was this. Maybe no, you don't really feel none of that. I think a little bit for me, there's, a little bit that thinks, man, why did it have to be this way? But I think if you are on the right path, you kind of, why did it have to be this way? But this was the only way for me to protect myself. So that all just kind of hit you, and it hit me hard. If you see the videos around when my mother passed on, I was not in a good place. So, shout out to Ollie. I think you're doing all right, man. And you seem to be coming out of it pretty good, stronger than what you were as what I have. So, guys, again, I have to say, this is what it looks like to feel better. This is what it looks like to not have that monkey on your back. To understand that there was nothing that you were going to do. You were branded by whoever it was that treated you the way that they did. They will never admit to it. It's always you. And the only thing that you can do is get away from these people. And when you get away from them, you can't get away thinking, oh, I wonder what they're doing. Oh, I wonder if they're sitting around thinking about me. I wonder. You can't do all that. You have to treat them as if they were dead. They were gone. It doesn't matter what they can say because they can't say anything. They're dead. They're gone. They're out of your life. And that is the only way that you are going to stop the damage so that you can get on to the process of healing yourself. That is the only way. And I would think that, most of the old timers that are on here watching this understand that. I see that, even though I've kind of, I don't want to say gave up on my channel, but I just kind of, needed to step back. But I see that, there's some new subscribers on there, and, if you don't know, you know now. The only way that you're going to stop the damage so that you can heal yourself is that you have to 100% get these people out of your life. Heart, mind, body, and soul. That's it. That's the best advice anybody can give you. Outside of that, whether you want to smoke pot or see psychiatrists or go on a spirit walk or whatever, that is up to you, because whatever works for you is what works for you. But the one thing we all share in common is you got to get these people out of your life. 100%. No ifs, ands, or buts. No footsies. No coming in and out. No thinking about them. No wondering. No, well, it's Christmas. We just got to. You can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it. And, sticking with some more of the advice that I got from Ollie is that you have to realize that these people are never going to give you that shining moment where you get to stand up and explain yourself and what's happening, to have them look at you and go, oh man, you're right. We had it all wrong. We were treating you. They're never going to do that. They're never going to do that. So the quicker you can get these people out of your life, the better off you're going to be. And I, go back and you see my videos. I did whatever I could to reluctantly try and take care of my mother. as she passed over to the other side, and I really just damaged myself more and more and more and more and more. But that was the choice that I made, and I understand that a lot of people out there may have to make that same kind of choice. But just as long as you realize that as long as you're there, you're never going to stop the damage so that you can heal. So I've long-winded about that. Let me just a progress report on myself here. You know, I told you I feel a lot better. Don't really have the everyday thoughts, none of that. The only time that I ever really think about this stuff is when I come upon something that is just an absolute trigger. Like, you know, probably my next EMDR therapy session, I want to work on my thing of being locked out of my house, because that was always a problem for me when I was a kid, and you know, I get pretty frustrated when it happens to me now, aka a trigger. So I just, you know, when things like that come up, I know I need some help to try and get over that hurdle, and that's why I do attend these therapy sessions. But when you get these people out of your life, out of your head, out of your soul, out of everything, it is amazing what you can accomplish. And, you know, I think I've been doing fairly well for myself. You know, I've always used to try and give you guys little progress reports about my little homemade business thing that I did, my cleaning business, and you know, those that were with me from the beginning seen me going out all the time, me in my van, dirty looking, out there cleaning these buildings myself. And then you seen where I stopped having to do that and started hiring people, and you know, and I started talking about breaking that 6-figure barrier for my business. Not that I was making that, but the business was generating, and now I'm well above and beyond that. I've, you know, didn't even realize it, but I not only crushed that $250,000 mark, I mean, I surpassed it, and kind of not slowing down. I'm not in my little crappy van anymore. I mean, I'm driving in a King Cab F-150. I mean, not that materialistic things are important or anything like that. It just kind of shows where you can go, what you can put your mind to it when you don't have somebody that has the chains of imprisonment on your mind, on your soul. It's amazing what you can do. I always dreamed about having a big 4-wheel drive truck, and I probably said it in a few, and then lo and behold, my soul is not being crushed anymore, and my dreams are coming true. And again, I'm not saying any of this to brag or say, you know, materialistic this and that. No, I just want to show you guys that I was a person, I've had absolutely no self-esteem. I thought that I could never succeed in anything that I did. If you remember videos that I made about that little poem that I would say to myself every time something went wrong with me: nothing you do will ever work out in any way, shape, or form. And I would say it over and over and over in my head. I don't have that voice anymore. It's not there. When something goes wrong, oh well, it went wrong, let me make it right. It's amazing, guys. It's truly amazing. And I really hope that everybody out there that seeks this channel out, or seeks a channel out like this one, goes to see Ali, the life coach, a Spartacus guy, or whatever the hell his name is. Whatever you choose, it's perfectly fine because it works for you. But if you're seeking out one of these channels and you know what I'm talking about, there is hope, guys. I am living proof. I had absolutely no self-esteem whatsoever. never thought that a dream of mine would come true. So, if I had to come back almost a year later after doing my channel to give you guys any kind of advice, this is exactly what I would say right here. As a matter of fact, that's what I'm doing. So, you know, I hope that this is helpful to somebody, anybody, everybody, whoever finds this. There is hope. There is more than just surviving after narcissistic abuse. There's more than just surviving after physical abuse. There is a such thing as thriving, and it is very possible for people like us. So guys, I hope this reaches you, it finds you well, and keep fighting your good fight.